let's say it's an absolute scorcher out there and somebody comes along and hands you the most refreshing glass of cool water you've seen in ages. And then just before you go to take that first sip, they say, you know what? There's only just like a little bit of poison in there. There's only a couple drops of arsenic in it. It's no big deal though. You don't have to worry. Well, are you going to drink that? Of course you're not. Now that you know, you're not going to consume that. And the irony of this conversation is, of course, you know you're not going to consume polluted water, but every day you and I are consuming polluted thoughts. Every day we're consuming toxic words that are just, being allowed to come into our minds. And we're entertaining things that are leading to us feeling worse about things in life instead of better. And what am I talking about? In this situation, I am talking about how we own a lot of very heavy emotions. Now, there's a time and place for processing things, and we've got to do that to be able to move forward in life, no matter where we're at. I'm not talking about ignoring things. I'm talking about the way we own difficult situations. And the way that we do it is by using the word my. So here's how it sounds. We have a situation where we feel a little bit of anxious thoughts about something, and now we call it my anxiety. We have a situation where we feel sad about something, and now we call it my sadness. We feel a situation where we're afraid about something, and now we call it my fear. Or we find ourselves getting angry at things we don't know why, and we're like, well, it's my anger. It's my anger issue. It's my fear issue. It's my anxiety issue. It's this, like we attach so much ownership to things that we have no idea what we're doing when we say those things. Your body is the first listener to what you're saying. And when you repeat those things over and over again, you start cementing it in as fact into your mind. And then you start living as if that is the truth for you. And there are ways that I've discovered that we don't have to live like that. And it's definitely not me saying you're not going to go through difficult times. Far from it. I have gone through a lot of very, very heavy emotions, very heavy seasons in life. And because I have gone through a lot of them, I've learned just a few things, and I'm still learning. But I want to share this with you in hopes that it can be helpful for you to deal with heavier things in life, because they do come. And so now for me, instead of saying my heavy thing, fill in that blank, I actually reframe it into a different way. So I'll say instead, the anger I'm feeling right now. The anxious thoughts that I've been facing, the sadness that I felt in that moment, the fear that I've experienced in that moment. And it doesn't always have to be past tense. It could be the fear that I'm walking through. It could be the anxious feelings that I am going to overcome, the worry that I'm facing. But it's not my worry. It's not my anxiety. It's not my fear. It's not my anger. These are things that we are meant to walk through. It's part of the human experience, facing all the human emotions. But what is not part of the human experience, in my belief, I don't believe we're meant to hold on to those things indefinitely. I believe we're meant to walk through them. And that is exactly why I'm so passionate about talking about this, because I've gone through these things where I've learned how to reframe them differently. And this is a conversation that is a human experience conversation. The more that we can distance ourselves from things that we actually have no business holding on to forever, because it hurts us. It hurts us and it affects us in ways that we probably won't notice at first. And the more that we use it, the more it just becomes like this accepted way of living, when you don't have to live like that. You don't have to stay there. And so I want to encourage you with this, because it might be a new way of thinking of this. And I hope it's helpful for you, because I know that it's helpful for me. And I've been just a great student of learning. And when I say great, I use it a bit tongue in cheek, because in order to be a student, you have to experience something. And I've had the experiences that have taught me a lot of things. And like I said, I am still learning, and I hope I never stop learning. But I'd love to see if this can be an encouragement to you. I have written a book in the past about how I deal with toxic thoughts of others, toxic words of others. And I ended up writing it in response to a lot of people coming and talking to me and saying, Karlene, what do you do when people come up to you with the negative words, or they don't know what to do with? How do you handle it when they do that? And I started just realizing, oh, I have this like mental thing that I do. And so I thought, why don't I put it down on paper and see what happens? So that's how Clean Beauty for the Mind was born. That's how the thoughts kind of came down into paper. And if you have not had a chance yet to read that book, I encourage you to. It's on Kindle as well. There's a link in the notes below. But if you've not had a chance to do that, I promise you it's the easiest read ever. And I made it that way on purpose so that you could read it in a night, read it in 2 nights, but that you could assimilate and use it right away. You don't have to keep holding on to these things all the time, because they are weighing you down when you do. And I don't want that for you. And so I want to just encourage you, check that out. Also, you can check out my author website. It's karlenemarkham.com. And I have a new book that is on its way. It's called Kill Switch. And I am pumped for it. It's talking about all the different things that are associated with fear. I didn't want to give it away, but I want to talk to us in real life conversations about what it is that causes us to stay stuck in situations that we really don't need to stay stuck in. So if this sounds like a conversation you want to continue having, because you're feeling like you're getting some value out of it, come on in, be part of the community. I'd love to have you here. Feel like if you want to subscribe and join that way, I'd be honored to have you in the community. So check it out. Check out the site, the notes below, and see if there's something that will resonate with you in there. Because when we all share together the things that we're learning, and when we all grow together, the world suddenly starts to look a whole lot different. I promise things can change. No matter what you're feeling, where you're at, what the situation might feel like right now, it does not have to be permanent. So I just hope that encourages you today. And I really want the best for you. And so I look forward to hearing from you soon. If you've got a comment, something you want to share, I'd welcome that. Love to hear from you anytime. In the meantime, I'm cheering you on, and I look forward to connecting again soon. You take care. Bye for now.